Hi children, how are you today? I hope you're all good, and this is Kashish and I welcome you back to English with Kashish. Yes, so today we are doing another poem from your second language English. This is the Song of India. So as we know, we are all very proud, right, to be Indians, to be living in our mother country, India. Very, very happy and very proud. The unity amongst us it's like you can't even compare to anywhere else. Now, the Song of India. There is this song which India wants to tell us. Who is going to tell this for us? There is a great poet from Karnataka, V.K. Gokak. He has written a very beautiful poetry about India, our motherland. So let's see what he has written. Before that, let's see a little bit about the poet himself. Now his full name is Vinayak Krishna Gokak. He is popularly known as V.K. Gokak. He survived from 1909 to 1992. He was born at Savanur, Dharwad district, and he was educated at Karnataka College, and then he went to the Oxford University. He is a wildly travelled man, and he held several important educational posts. He's gone through the entire world. He travelled a lot and he has held lot of educational posts around the world. He received the Padma Shri Award and Sahitya Academy Award and Janani Path Award. As a poet, he was one of the leading figures of the Navya Kavya, which are also called as short poems, the new poetry. The movement of the 1950s in Kannada poetry. In this poem, the poet proclaims that the time has come to establish new ideals. Now we should go above our thinking and change our ideas towards our country, India. So I'm going to read the poem once to you, and then we will go with the line by line explanation. The Song of India. What song shall I sing for you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of the Himalayas with their snow-born peaks, of the three seas that wash your palm? Shall I sing of your clear dawn with its pure gold streaks? Said the mother, imperturbable, calm. Sing of the beggar and the leper that swarm my streets. Sing of the filth and the dirt that foul my sylvan streets. Now you can see this is the conversation between the poet and Mother India. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of your rock-cut temples, epics in stone, of your children that died to call you their own, their very own? Now poet is saying positive things, but Mother India is telling what is negative that you're doing to me. Of the seers and prophets that hewed the straight path for the man that pilgrims alone, said the Mother Earth in indignant words that beat into my ears like gong, that flew about me, a pitiful thing like great white birds. Sing of the millions that toil. Sing of the wrinkled face indexing ignorance. Sing of the helpless child born in a bleak, dark home. Now, nervous, I yet would ask, deeming it my task, what song shall I sing of you, my mother? What song shall I sing of the dam or the lake, of steel mills, the shipbuilding yard, of the men that work hard to technologize, to put you on the page of the atomic age? Said the mother, of these you may sing, but sing also of the strikes, early and late, of iron men that come in their wake, of class war and its correlate. Curious, I asked, is there no song that I can sing of you? Heart whole, unalloyed, a song bathed in the stainless blue, unwavering in the void. At that the mother rose, draped in blue sky, milk-white oceans heaved round her. Their waves were the entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat and wrote the book of the morrow. Her forehead opened like earth's destiny, yielding the sun god, cancelling all sorrow. It was clear dawn. Like a nightmare fled the night, and the sunbeam was as the hand that saves. Every time I read the poem, you also open your book and read it. You can rewind it again and read it with me. Okay, so this was the beautiful poem. Now we will start the explanation. The poem is on page number 82 and 83. Okay, it starts with 82 and goes on to 83. Now, what song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of the Himalayas with their snow-born peaks? Now here the poet says, where do you find Himalayas? We are very proud of Himalayas, right? In Himalayas, we have the largest peaks present. And where are the Himalayas? Right up to the north. Now he says, should I start with the north, right on top, where there are Himalayas? And the Himalayas are born, snow-born. They are born with snow peaks, right? All the mountains are covered with snow. So he says, should I start from the top or of the three seas that wash your palm? Now what does he say here? What is wash your palm? Palm is this, the surface of your hand, correct? Wash your palm here means sweep along the coastline. So on top we have Himalayas. What do we have down? We have the three oceans, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Bay of Bengal. All three meet at her palm. So he says, should I talk about the mountains which are so beautiful, or should I talk about the rivers which flow down, which are again beautiful? Shall I sing of your clear dawn with its pure gold streaks? What is clear dawn? Clear dawn is the beautiful morning. Dawn is morning. Now in the morning, if you've seen, the sun rays are like golden streaks, like some golden lines going up, correct? Streaks are lines. Said the mother imperturbable, calm, imperturbable. Can you underline that? And that means angry, the words of anger, okay? Her words were with anger, but then calm. Sing of the beggar and the leper that swarm my streets. Swarm, here is crowd. Yes, I know my dawn is beautiful with golden streaks. I know that, but I want you to sing of these beggars. Beggars, beg is a noun. Beggars, begged, begging is a pronoun. Alright? So sing of all the beggars who are in my streets. I don't like them. Sing of the leper. Who is leper? People who suffer with leprosy. So she is saying that see the social evils, see the negative things. I don't like that. So you please sing about that. I don't want you to sing about the happy mornings. I want you to sing about these people who are suffering. Okay, that swarm my streets, who are crowding my streets. When you go around somewhere on a traffic light, you see a lot of these beggars coming and begging to you. So she says, sing about that and help them. Sing of the filth and the dirt that foul my sylvan retreats. What are sylvan retreats? They are a place of seclusion in deep woods. They are in deep woods, places which are in deep woods. That means there is no pollution there. But what have we done? We have reached there also. What is filth? Filth is the garbage, okay, and dirt. Impurities. We have filled even the areas which were secluded. Now even they are dirty. So talk about that. What are we doing? There are beggars all over. There are people who are suffering. You are dirtying all my secluded places. So please talk about that and let it go to the human. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Now this is again the conversation or the dialogue between the poet and India, right? So again the poet is asking, please tell me, what song shall I sing, my motherland? Shall I sing of your rock-cut temples? Now especially in South India, you must have seen a lot of temples who are cut. The architecture here is so beautiful, correct? So he is saying that I can see so many beautiful temples here. Epics in stone. Epics. What are the popular epics? Ramayana and Mahabharata. You can see the entire epic engraved in stones here in all the temples. Of your children that died to call you their own. Who are the children that he is talking about here? The freedom fighters, Mahatma Gandhi, Lal Bahadur Shastri, all of these freedom fighters gave life to, for what? For our India, for our motherland. So he's telling, so should I talk about those? Should I talk about the temples where you can see a lot of epics, or should I talk about these babies who have given their life, the freedom fighters? They are very own. They are your own, right? Of the seas and prophets that hewed the straight path for the man that pilgrims alone. What is pilgrim? It means going around everywhere without any meaning. Now she says that talk about the seers. Who are seers? Seers are the Maharajas, right? And talk about seers is sages also, pandits, or prophets like Prophet Muhammad, okay, or Jesus Christ. So she says that talk about them who have given us so much of knowledge, who have shown us the correct path. Talk about them, and also talk about the man that pilgrims alone, the man who is going around alone without any meaning. Said the mother in indignant words that beat into my ears like a gong. Now Mother India said like this, and her words were so loud, beat the gong. That means that big metal shield where you hit and the sound is like unbearable, correct? So like that it hit my ears. That flew about me, a pitiful thing. What is a pitiful thing? It's in your glossary, please underline. It means the poet himself. The poet himself is feeling very sad and upset about it. Like great white birds, sing of the millions that toil. Who's toiling? Toiling is working hard. There are so many people who are working hard for our growth and development. So sing about those. Those are like white, great white birds. Okay? Sing of the wrinkled face. Wrinkled face, when you get old, your face shrinks. There are lines on your face, correct? That means wrinkled face. So sing of the wrinkled face, indexing ignorance. Indexing is indicating. That means sing of all those old people who you've thrown them. You don't take care of them. You have ignored them. Please sing about those. Help them. Okay? Sing of the helpless child born in a bleak, dark home. Sing of that child who has, these poor families who have no money at all, even to eat food. So sing about those children who are born into those kind of dark homes. They don't have a light, they don't have food to eat, they don't know what they're doing. Education is nowhere for them. So sing of those unlucky families, those little children who have nothing in their growth. Nervous, I yet would ask, deeming it my task, what song shall I sing of you, my mother? What song? He is confused and nervous now. As he is going through the conversation, he is feeling bad and he is nervous. And he thinks that he is not doing his task properly. So he is asking, shall I talk about the dam or the lake? He is trying to see a lot of good things that he has done for Mother India. Correct? So he is saying, should I speak about the dam or the lake? Now here, the poet, he thinks it's his responsibility to tell about what all developments have happened, right? Deeming is, it's his responsibility. This is my task. It is my responsibility to tell you, Mother Earth, that these are the developments that have happened. Now dam, you know how brilliantly they are made. You must have seen the KRS dam, the Nagarjuna dam. They are so beautiful. So he says, shall I sing of the dam and the lake? Now he is talking about all whatever technologies have developed in our country. Okay, one of them is dam. Then we have the steel mills, the big steel mills which we are very proud of. We have the shipbuilding yard. Where do you see shipbuilding yards? Near the coastal line. That is Tamil Nadu or Goa, right? You see the shipbuilding yards, the big yards that make ship. Now he is talking about the technologies here. Of the men that work hard to technologize. Now as we are moving ahead, we need to move on with time, aren't we? Now after the COVID time, We all have now converted ourselves into online educators. We all are studying online. So by time we need to change. So even technology has to become better. So he says we have done great job in that. To put you on the page of the atomic age, to put you on the page, which means to get recognition, to be popular, yes, for the atomic age, yes, we are ready. We are ready for any kind of development that happens or atomic age. Alright, so the poet says that there are so many developments happening here. Why aren't we seeing that? Said the mother. Now let's see what the Mother Earth replies. Of these you may sing. Yes, I am very happy. I can see a lot of development happening. But sing also of the strikes, the fights, early and late, early and late. By this she means before independence and after independence, whatever. Now also we see a lot of strikes happening, don't we? Of iron men that come in their wake. Who are the iron men? Iron men are harsh men in their wake. Iron men are harsh men. Some people who don't have heart, they are heartless and they don't think about, killing anyone else. They don't even feel bad about it. That come in their wake, who come right behind them. Of class war and its correlate. What is a class war? Class war is the war between the privileged and the unprivileged, the rich and the poor, the war of caste, any kind of caste. So these are all the wars that keep happening in our India, correct? So she is saying don't neglect that, don't avoid that. You want to talk about development, talk about it, but also talk about these people who don't think before going into a war. Why are they fighting for caste, for religion, for rich and poor? Why do they fight like that? They shouldn't be doing it. Querulous. Querulous, underline the word, it is a glossary word which means complaining. Now complainingly, the poet says, I said, is there no song that I can sing of your heart whole unalloyed? Heart whole means complete. Is there no song which is complete and which is of no complaints? I want to sing a beautiful song for you, Mother India. A song bathed in the stainless blue, unwavering in the void. Unwavering in the void means that which does not disappear into nothingness. Something which I say which does not disappear into nothingness, which has no meaning. Is there a song that I can sing for you which has a lot of meaning, Mother India? He is now asking our motherland. At that, now after this question, okay, because the poet lost then. He said, I am telling you so many good things about my country and you don't want to listen. At that, Mother India rose. Now after this, you have to close your eyes and imagine. After this is the entire imagination that works. Imagine our country, our Mother India. She got up, she rose, draped in blue sky, as if she's wearing something blue. She's completely draped in a blue sky. Milk white oceans heaved round her. You must have seen in movies or in serials that when she gets up, there is all water going around her, twirling around her. What is heaved? Heaved is moved with lot of power. She has a lot of power. You have to imagine our country, Mother India, as goddess now. She is draped in something blue and she has this ocean heaving around her with lot of power. Their waves, what waves? The ocean around her. Their waves were the entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat. Now these waves formed a light. Were the entrancing, they were entering somewhere and enthroning light. She was sitting on them and there was a light coming out of them, okay, on which she sat, and she sat on that and all around her was light. And what was she doing on that? She wrote the book of tomorrow. Book of tomorrow. What is book of tomorrow? It is the book of tomorrow, our future. She is writing our future, sitting there with lot of power in her hands. Her forehead opened like earth's destiny. Now, After she writes a page, her forehead opens. It's our destiny. It's our future. Yielding the sun god. Telling the sun god. Now, sun god is so powerful, right? So, she is telling sun god that this is the destiny of our country. Cancelling all sorrow. Cancelling all the negativities that are around us, all sadness. She does not like being sad. So, she cancels all the sorrows. It was clear dawn. Like a nightmare fled the night, as if it was a new morning. Yes, the darkness has gone. Every night you have some darkness, but then there is sunshine. So, after everything that is negative comes positive. Yes. And the sunbeam was as the hand that saves. What is sunbeam? The beautiful sunlight, the rays of the sun, sunbeam. Now, that is like the hand that saves. So, every morning when you wake up, Mother India has written a new future for you. The entire sunlight comes on you like the hand that will save you. The hand of our Mother India, the goddess. Yes, such a beautiful poetry. I hope you understand. Now, we will do the question answers. All of you can do with me. The question answers are on the page 83. Question number 1 goes like, identify the two speakers in the poem. What does the speaker want to sing about? The two speakers are the poet and his mother. The poet or offspring wanted to sing about his country for his Mother India. Question 2. What are the epics? Why does the poet call the temples as epics in the stone? Epics are long poems, typically the ones derived from ancient oral tradition, narrating the deeds and adventure of heroic or legendary figures or the past history of a nation. The poet calls temples epic in stone because each temple has a story to unfold. Moreover, on the walls of each temple, there are numerous sculptures narrating many stories. Yeah, so all the temples have these epics written on them. So that's what the poet is talking about. Question 3. Who does the poet mean by of your children that died to call their own? The soldiers who guard our mother and motherland are mother's children, and they sacrifice their lives for the sake of their motherland. So, they are her own children, because a child will never think twice to sacrifice anything for their mother. Question number 4. What, according to the poet, is the contribution of the seers and prophets? The seers and prophets have contributed their valuable lessons and experience to others, because they roam around a lot. They gain knowledge from every part of the country and give it to us. Question 5. Why is the poet querulous? What does he want to do? Querulous means complaining. The poet is peeved that he cannot sing a song of the glory of his motherland, since the mother objects to each subject of praise considered by the poet. So, whatever he says, she has to add something negative. So, the poet throws the ball in the court of the mother. Now, he says, okay, I can't do anything. Now, you tell me, mother, how do I be happy? And asks her whether, is there any theme at all that would lend itself to a song in praise of the motherland? How is he answered? Question number 6. Describe the vision. This is the stanza 4, the imagination part that we spoke about. The poet is answered positively, and the mother offers him a glimpse of the glory that the future promises to be. The mother rises with the blue sky draping her, milk white foam of the ocean. Now, you have to understand what is the blue part, what is the white part, what does India comprise of, circling her, and the waves acting as her throne. In this splendor, the mother offers the vision of the future to the poet, which is very beautiful. Question 7. What do the night, the sun god, and the clear dawn represent? On the forehead of the mother, the poet glimpses the future and he is invigorated to glimpse a clear dawn. With the sun rays in the dawn, the night is replaced by hope and optimism, representing a bright future for the country. The poet compares the sunbeam to the hand that saves, suggesting that despite all the problems that India has faced, Mother India will always be there to protect and to offer. However, unless all of us rise to the occasion, we cannot envision a bright future for our motherland or even the future generation of ours. Now we are doing the read and appreciate. This is the question number 1. What is the picture of India that you get in stanza 1 of the poem? The first stanza, like the stanzas to follow, offers a mixed picture of India. India is described in terms of its physical features, which are beautiful, be it the magnificent seas, be it the clear sunrise. However, there are cracks in the beauty of the country, as there is poverty and squalor all over. Yes, India is beautiful, but there is poverty all over. There are even social evils that disturb the beauty. Hence, the mother challenges the poet and tells him that he cannot write a song of praise without reckoning with these negative strains. So, this is the stanza 1 explanation. Now, question number 2. What does the poet describe the mother's anger? How does he describe mother's anger? Name the figure of speech used in stanza 2. Angry mother's words strike the poet's past like a gong. Here the figure of speech is simile. Simile, comparison. How has he compared Mother Earth's anger? As a gong, which when you hit is very, very loud. Question 3. Explain the lines a song bathes in the stainless blue, unwavering in the void. Very important line. Stainless steel blue refers to the clear sea. The metaphor refers to a song of pure joy that is free of negativity. The phrase unwavering in the void can mean crystal clear, without the mist in the openness of the sky. On the whole, this is also a reference to the possibility of singing a song of pure joy, free of ugliness and devoid of any kind of doubt. Question number 4. What does the motherland writing the book of the morrow signify? As we saw, you know that imagination of Mother India? The book of the morrow refers to the future of India. Despite all the squalor, dirt, problems and poverty, the mother is still hopeful of a bright future tomorrow. She is protective of her children and knows that the morning is going to be bright without any kind of night wear. After every dark night is a beautiful morning. That's what the poet wants to say here. Now question 5. Write in brief your own vision of the future of India. This you can do by yourself also. It will be great. I am doing it for you a little bit, but you can also add in or delete your own points. According to the poet, the future of our country can open on mother's forehead. It is like the earth's destiny. All the sorrows and suffering can come to an end, and the new things and views will come and make the people very, very happy. The sun god will protect the earth and save all. I envision a very bright future for India, an India where all its people work hard for the development of the country. All Indians should be happy and live harmoniously with each other. There should be no discrimination and all the people should be treated as equals. This is my envision for a future India. The songs of India, this is the additional answers and questions which I have added to it. Question number 1 is, the poet uses all of the following techniques except, which technique has he not used? Dialogue, contrast, refrain or exaggeration. Which is the technique that the author hasn't used? Exaggeration. Yes, he hasn't used too much of exaggeration. Yes, there is a dialogue between the poet and Mother India. Yes, there is a contrast because the poet first says this is the good part and the Mother India says this is the bad part, and there is refrain too. Yes, they are getting angry also. Question 2. The poem does not end with a note of sarcasm, pessimism, optimism or fantasism. What is it that the poem does not end the note with? Fantasism. Okay, it is not kind of a fantasy. Now question number 1. Which snow-peaked mountains are being referred to in the poem The Song of India? Yes, it is the Himalayas. Name the book that the mother writes. The Book of the Morrow. Now, why did the children have to die to call mother their own? The children had to sacrifice their lives in the freedom struggle against the British who had colonized India. It is ironic that the children had to claim their mother as their own. This means we had to claim our own, and for being under the British rule, during British rule, we had to, there were so many freedom fighters who sacrificed their life for calling India their own. They were born in India, still they had to fight for it to be their own. Question 2. How does the poet praise India being developed in industry and technology? The poet is ready to sing praises of industrially and technologically developed India as he has witnessed dams, lakes, steel mills, shipbuilding yards. He is very confident that the hard-working men of India can put India on the glorious page of the atomic age. We are developing so fast. India is very, very developed country. Question 3. What does the poet V.K. Gokak want to sing about the motherland? So the poet wants to sing in praise for Mother India. He wants to sing a song of the snow-peaked Himalayas that protects the country, the 3 seas that make India a peninsula, and the sunrise that heralds new dawn, replacing every dark night. Question number 1. How does the poem present the ills or problems affecting our country? The poem juxtaposes the strengths and weaknesses of the country. If the strengths are mentioned by the poet as the possible themes for his song of praise of the motherland, the ills are voiced by the mother herself as the spokes in the wheel of progress. The 2 voices make it very, very clear that the poet and that India as a country has enough reasons to be both proud and ashamed of. India has natural resources, manpower, patriotism and magnificent temples and technological powers. Yet India also has beggars and lepers, filth and dirt, ignorance and helplessness, revolts and strikes. Thus, for everything that is beautiful, there is something that is ugly. For everything that is unwholesome, the poet employs the technique of contrast to highlight this ambivalence of India. This is what the poet does in the entire poem. Now, sing of the beggar and the leper that storm my streets. Whose streets are being referred to here? India's streets are being referred here. What does the word swarm indicate? It indicates the large numbers of beggars and lepers that are found on the streets of India. What does the poet want to sing about? The poet wants to sing of the Himalayas, the seas and the dawn. 3 very important things: Himalayas, seas, dawn. The poem is done. Yes, the contrast between us and Mother India is done. I will read the summary quickly for you to understand it better. This is one of the most popular poems of the poet. Though he was a poet, he was also a patriotic person. This is a simple poem. Here, the poet describes a person towards his motherland. This word, the language of the poem, is versatile. Flow like between he or she poet with their mother. It's like a conversation between the Mother Earth and the poet. He asked their mother that they can sing for her. They questioned their mother that what type of song they would want to sing about the Himalayas, their snowbound peaks, or the 3 oceans such as the Bay of Bengal, the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean, which wash her feet of the beautiful dawn with its golden touch of nature. For this, the mother said in a very calm voice, she wants the song of the beggar, leper, or any untrodden people, or the crowd of the streets, impure or dirty places, or any secluded places. The son or daughter, the poet, ignores their mother's request and again asked about the topic of the song, that what song can I sing, my mother India? They continue their talk asking about the song of the rock-cut temples, epics in stone, or sacrifice of her children and her own children, or the inspired people, famous prophets, or the great people who made great tasks, or any worthy pilgrims. Hearing the son's daughter's words, mother gets very upset and angrily she asked to sing about millions of people who toiled and kept their life to a great cause. The experienced old people, or ignorant people, or helpless children who were very meek and dwelt in dark places. These words made the author upset and his heartbeat increased, and the words heard a sound of a bell and made him very, very emotional. This situation is like a great white bird who flies in a very pitiful manner. He or she became very nervous and asked about the topic of the poem, even though he was afraid to question her, but believed in his work. Again he requested her, what type of song? She asked whether he can sing about dams or lakes or steel mills, factories and industries, or shipbuilding yards. He was very proud of his achievements. He wanted to ask Mother India, I have done so much good, but which song is it that you want me to sing? Like Vishakhapatnam, or any great technologies, or any great recognized events, or any atomic incidents, etc. For this, mother rejected and said, you may sing on these topics, but you can also sing about the early and the important strikes, brave men and their goal, their achievements, or any class wars and their consequences. Again Mother India argued. The poet complained, and in a very humble condition. He questioned that they couldn't sing for her wholeheartedly, and in pure love she sang for her. That song was bathed in the stainless blue. That means it is very touching and appears into nothingness. At that time, the Mother India stands. That scene is really extraordinarily, completely imagination. She looks like this. Mother was decorated by blue sky. Her dress is marvelous. Milk white oceans revolve around her with a lot of power. The waves of the ocean were entering and moved with power and made her sit in the lightened throne, and she wrote the book of morrow. It was like a nightmare that fled the night and the sunbeam's unseen hand. Here the poet's intention is that the time will come to establish the new ideas. The poet will always encourage new ideas. The poet always encourages new thoughts also. Yes, this is the beautiful end of the Songs of India. Now, children, we are all very, very lucky that we are born in a country like India, where there is a vast variety of heritage, culture, everything. You can see a mix of food, culture going around in so many parts of India. Let us be happy, let us be proud, and make India proud in every part that we can. So I end the Songs of India by V.K. Gokak here. Please memorize the poem very well and remember your answer and questions. The glossary has also been included. Thank you so much. I sign out. Kashish Chugh.